Association.
Can we stand for our prayer and begin our program? Let's bow our heads for a word of prayer. Our most gracious Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day and all the blessings that you provide for us. We ask that you watch over all of us here today as we talk about our Rotary business, and ask also that you be with those in our group that are not feeling well and having some health issues. Watch over them, bring them back to us when they're ready and able. Bless this food that we've eaten, prepared, nourished through our bodies, and also bless those that prepared it. We ask these things in Jesus' name. Amen. Let's do the pledge. Yeah, we can just do it that way. It's okay. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. As they say at the Hall of Fame Luncheon Club, play ball! And go Caps, not Browns. Yeah, I know. Thanks. Four-way test. Is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? Will it be beneficial to all concerned? Thank you. Please be seated. Any happy dollars? Glenn has a happy dollar.
Actually, I've got two.
Yeah.
I've got two granddaughters in Massachusetts. Last year, one of them made the national volleyball team. It was a 13-year-old. Played all the way up and down the coast. This year, she made the 14-year-old national team in Western Connecticut.
Wow.
Her younger sister, 11, made the 13-year-old national team
Wow.
in Western Massachusetts. So both
Jeez.
girls are national volleyball team.
Can you move to Louisville?
Yeah.
Imagine all the traveling their mother's going to have to do.
Oh my gosh.
I got one.
Yes, sir.
And this is not political, even though it could be. But,
Look at his shirt.
I'm sorry. Well, I talked to Dave Fisher, this is our breakfast crowd, and he said, no, they're only closed for 2 to 3 weeks maximum for remodeling.
This is for the Eagles. For
The
those
Eagles,
who don't
the
know.
Eagles breakfast is only closed for 2 or 3 weeks. People thought they're closed down for good for breakfast and lunch. He said no. So we're gonna, yeah.
That's Rotary meeting number 2 every week, what that is.
Yeah. Yeah, kind of. 1.5.
And where's the meeting this Friday?
Commanders.
Semantics.
Samantha's.
You're all welcome to join us.
A little more about the Royer family, those who went out there.
Oh, that's great.
Anyhow,
Yeah.
Tim's mother and father were real close to my dad and to me. When I was 14 and Tim's dad was 24, he bought a milk route with 10-gallon cans. And some of the farmers had 5-gallon cans. They couldn't fill 10, so they had 5. I was 14. Now you got to lift up the 5-gallon cans.
All right.
But anyhow, Melvin bought that farm in '63, I think. Carroll. And he was real close to my dad. My dad was 10 years older than Melvin, and I was 10 years younger than Melvin. And when Dad died, Melvin and I got to be real close. He had a place in Florida. I used to play golf with him. But anyhow, Melvin had that farm, I think, 3 years. In the 3rd year, he had to borrow $1,500 off my dad to pay his taxes. And then the very next year, they put an oil well behind the house. That oil well brought in, the first year brought in $99,000.
Wow.
And that's what got Melvin started.
Oh, okay.
And now now Tim and the boys, they farm 3,800 acres and milk 750 cows. I thought I'd share that.
Wow.
That was a nice little trip last Wednesday night. Thank you for arranging that.
And Carol had a big influence on my life. She was one of the strongest Christians I ever known. I told a couple of guys, she was homecoming queen in Louisville 1951, 50 or 51. She was homecoming queen in Louisville. I wanted to share.
Cool. Rob?
Well, a couple things. First off, got the message from Jim this week. A lot of people keep asking the McDonald's. They are set to do their grand opening the 25th. Is that correct? And then the other thing is I'll be able to join you guys more often as I'm officially full-time and Spotlight is headed on its full-time journey. So.
Yay!
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Good luck. Again, if we can help you, please say something. Barb, you want to introduce your guest?
Sure. Landon Geisey, we sent him to Ryla last year. He is super involved in many things in high school. One of the things he is he's one of our Rotary Youth Exchange / Key Club ambassadors, liaison. That's why he's here today. They had a Key Club meeting this morning. We have an ambassadors meeting tomorrow morning, so that way I have someone to kind of double check me and bring things up.
You should indoctrinate him into gambling already, right?
Right.
Right,
Yeah.
yes.
Started yelling.
You pick out 3 from the ball. Just grab one. Most of them you can't read the names on it anyway. Jim D. That would be Jim Dunn.
All right.
900 exactly. Yeah.
Jim, I hate to tell you, but the money you're going to win
$1.50.
won't even buy you a Big Mac at McDonald's. Thank you for shopping your local Kmart. All right,
What's Jim Bob? It was Jim D.
Jim D.
D.
All right.
D for
Shondor, you want to do a treasurer's report, please?
Sure. As of October 31st, we had $11,369.84 in the checking account. Saving is $27,563.66. So that's a total of $38,933.50.
Anything else?
Not really.
Where's our library liability stand? Have we already donated? In other words, if there's 27 grand in the savings account, is any of that?
Investment. You meant to say
You're
it.
suing
me? Like what?
Let me finish my question. Is any of that future going to be going to the library soon, or did we already give to the library?
You already gave the library.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Cool.
How much?
16,000.
Okay.
Okay.
Just in general.
Speaking of that 27,000, we met as the board yesterday, and we received the invoice finally from Mr. Caplia, which I've got here, and it's $5,000, and that's all the work that he's done for the engineering and his 3 other staff members besides himself, plus a consultant, plus some other reimbursable expenses and so on. And what we recommended, and everybody unanimously approved it yesterday, was to take $5,000 from our $27,000 savings holding account and transfer it into the general checking account to pay for this as an amphitheater expense. And if anybody would be interested in making a motion to approve that, Bill? Anybody got a second for that? Barb, she raised her hand first. Any questions, discussions? Yes.
That sounds like a pretty amazing discount for us, doesn't it?
It is a pretty amazing discount. I
Wow.
have gone back and forth with Joe and said, hey, if there's some in-kind donation services in there, please let us know, because yes, you're right, that's a very, very, very good discount. Absolutely. Anybody else? Okay, all those in favor of the motion, $5,000 transfer, please say aye. Aye. Anyone opposed? Similar? Motion passes. Thank you very much. We have a new potential member. Her name is Cindy Fisher, and Cindy is the publisher of Neighbors magazine. She also is the publisher of a couple of other magazines as well. She's a pretty well-rounded person. I was really amazed. Barb and I had lunch with her last week ago, Monday, and sat down and talked to her and kind of heard a little bit of her story and so on. And I thought it was kind of interesting, her reason for joining Rotary. I'm going to read that if you guys don't mind. She said, I have lived in Louisville for over 25 years. I have raised my children here and enjoy this community. I believe in giving back to the community, making it better for everyone. Rotary aligns with my ideals, and I can see how the Rotary works to achieve those ideals, and am eager to participate. She paid her entry fee to be a member of our group, and the board yesterday approved her to become a member. She's already been to at least 2 of our meetings, and she's also willing to put information into her magazine about Rotary on a monthly basis or whenever we can submit it, which would really help us as far as communicating to the community what we do. So I guess what I'm asking for is we'd like to have Cindy Fisher as a member of the Louisville Rotary.
So moved.
Don Marshall
Second.
and Rock, second. Okay. Questions, discussion? Yes.
I've met with her a few times myself also. Yeah, she's someone great to have her with us, really.
She's pretty sharp.
And
She
yeah,
went
is.
to medical school for a year or 2, and she's really, she could be a big help to us. We talked about doing a quarterly newsletter, and she would be willing to help do that and maybe kind of head that and so on. So I think she would be a really nice addition to our club. Having said that, question? You good with that? All those in favor of asking Cindy Fisher, admitting Cindy Fisher to be a Louisville Rotary member, please say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed, please say similar. Passed unanimously. You'll swear her in sometime? Okay.
She can make it, yeah.
What's that?
As soon as we can
Yeah,
agree on when she can be
I'll
here.
check with you to see when she's going to be available so we can coordinate the schedules. All right, great. Tomorrow is Warm Coats program at the YMCA.
Friday.
Yeah, Friday, thank you. Right, Friday. Amy is not feeling real good. Barb and I went over to the Applebee's and Alliance this morning and picked up the coats under, I don't know, it just seems kind of shady when you go over there and pick stuff up like that. It's kind of weird. But we picked up, I don't, in the parking lot, yeah. But at any rate, we picked up a whole bunch of coats this morning and we took them to the YMCA, so we're ready to go for that. I think the pickup is, what is it, 2 to 6? Does that sound right?
Yes, 2 to 6.
2 to 6. We want to try to make some phone calls and remind these people before that or during that, because I've made the calls the last several years and I'm amazed about half the people I call, oh, I forgot. And I kind of feel like if we don't make the calls, these people aren't going to show up and their kids need the coats, especially when the weather's nice. They're not thinking about weather. So if you signed up, please be there. You want them to be there what time tomorrow?
If they come at 1, that's fine. I'll probably get there.
Friday.
All right, Friday.
Friday.
If Amy is still under the weather, I will step into her role that she had just taken over for me. So like it should be, and so we know how each other operate. But if she's feeling better, I will step back and let her run because she's done all the legwork for it this year. Okay. In years past, it was me with Amy assisting, or last year was Amy with me assisting, and she's kind of been off on her own this year. So we'll just make it work, and it should be seamless. And she's got all the information she can share with me. So anyone like. I'll probably get there at 12 and start unpacking and setting up. If you want to get there at 1, that's fine. You know, because I might be one of those people who likes to do some things myself. It's okay. I don't expect anyone else. If you are off and you want to come over at 12 and you want to help me do that, great. But if not, have lunch, enjoy yourselves, and come on over to help out.
Thank you. Next Saturday, November 16th, is the Louisville Area YMCA auction. If you're interested in participating or going to that, I'm sure Amy would be happy to get you more information. Again, she's not here, so I'm just trying to make everybody
Yeah, it's at
aware.
the Water's Edge, and Scratch Steakhouse is doing the catering for the event. So it's in town for the first time in a long, long
Since it was
time.
at the
Since it
Y.
was at the Y, 20-some years ago.
Yeah, many.
So it'd be nice that it's local. It's always a great event, and all the funds raised go to scholarships for people who can't afford to pay for the Y.
Cool, thank you. Pancake breakfast?
So Saturday, Jim, you and Mark are good for picking up the grills. You need help?
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah, once I get there. I'll need to.
Okay. So grills and stuff, we need to be brought over at 6:30. Everybody else, if you're doing setup in the dining room, a couple minutes before 7, we start serving at 7:30. I'll have all the materials moved in. All the food is going to be delivered Friday afternoon. I'll bring all the soft goods, you know, the napkins and plates and all that stuff, first thing in the morning, and then along with the coffee pots and stuff. I sent out a note to everybody, a reminder today, just to double check the list to make sure you're in the right spot. Al won't be there, so I pulled him off. Rick is going to be out of town, so I pulled him off the list. So take a look at the assignments. I mean, everybody pretty much shows up to do what they've always done, so pretty easy. Beyond that, I think the biggest request is please stay until noon. We serve from 7:30 to 11:30, and then we just need help cleaning up and packing things up.
I've talked to Greg and I've talked to Denny a little bit. We're going to try to make folks aware of our flag program by having a couple of flags there at the pancake breakfast. And Denny's putting together a little sheet that looks something like that to be able to hand people if they're interested. Yeah.
Bar, we're gonna make handouts. If we could get the high school kids and the ambassadors, a piece of paper that goes to people eating saying, you have a Rotary flag, would you like to have one? Something they can give them. That'd be kind of personable for high school kids giving to the adults as opposed to making Jerry and those guys hit them up. Have some of the younger kids doing that for us, it'd be kind of fun.
Yeah, we'll have it in both places.
I'll make a sign above the big sign when they come to get the tickets, a big sign that says, you can order a Rotary flag here. I'll get that ready too.
Yeah, sometimes the people have their wallets out there.
Gotcha.
Maybe liable to throw down $35, you never know. But,
I'm expecting probably about 3 of the ambassadors there because half of them are in band and working the craft show.
Okay.
There's also the RILA convention, or not the RILA. The Interact convention is in Salem that day, so 2 of them we pulled off there to go to that. But I think Sydney and Chloe, who are the 2 that helped build flags like right at the beginning of the year, should be there. And Chloe is also a Constitution ambassador, so like she's gonna kind of double duty. And I believe Kale is gonna be there part of the time, but he has to now cover a basketball scrimmage.
This is a good job for an exchange student to do also.
Yes, no, and the exchange students will be there, but yeah.
So there's a couple kids handing out tickets to people when they're eating. By the way, do you have a Rotary flag? Would you like to have one? Something to give them that they have in their hand.
yeah, we're also going to have an easel there with the amphitheater rendering there and some amphitheater brochures in case somebody wants to know more about the amphitheater and possibly want to consider donating some money. So let's take advantage of what we're doing there. We've got some space and see if we can sell a couple of flags there too. Does that work for everybody?
Yes.
Okay, good. Grant applications. Mr. Israel, you're up.
Here's a couple, if anybody wants one. Okay. I don't have one for everybody. Okay, yeah, you So we had 14 grants come in, applications. We went through the committee was Mark Sigler, Barb, Ray, and myself. And we went through the 14 applications. We narrowed it down to 9. There was 5 of them that we kind of felt didn't meet all the criteria for one reason or another. But so as you can see, we had $7,000 to work with. We gave the Louisville Police Department their Fish with a Cop program. We gave them $500. Louisville City Schools had 2 applications. One was for literacy packs, and the other was for their classes that they, I don't know if you guys ever see those advertised, but they put on classes for families and kids at the elementary, and so we thought both of those were pretty good programs. The literacy packs, I don't know if anybody's that aware of this, but I didn't know that we have a program where each time there's somebody born in Louisville, a family, that Michelle Schaefer goes out and visits them and takes them a packet to help them, you know, here's what you're going to do down the road with Louisville City Schools, how to get involved, everything that's involved. So, you know, thought that was pretty good. I didn't know about it. Michelle and Grange, we gave $1,000. They have a program where they take old bicycles, donations.
Who's they? I thought they were dissolved.
Yeah.
The building is gone,
They
but
sold the building.
But they're still there.
They still meet.
Where do they meet?
Beacon of Hope.
Really? Thank you.
Not only do they still meet, but they give to Warm Coats most years.
Yeah, they donate. So we thought this was a good way to, but this program is really a nice program too. They take in bikes and no matter what condition or whatever, and they refurbish them, do all the work themselves, and then distribute them out to families who can't afford bikes. Like they'll use the community cover on Thursdays. You know, it's down there and try to find families that need bikes. So the Honor Foundation, this is an organization that uses veterans to do projects. And so they proposed building a couple of benches for Metzger Park. And it would all, they needed the money to buy the materials, and then they would use veterans to build the benches, install them, do all that kind of stuff. So, you know, we thought that would fit in real nice with our project that we have going on there.
is that the same organization that Ross Riggs?
Well,
and
that's
his
what
son-
we talked about, but no,
No?
no, it is not.
I think they share the same building and they're like friendly with each other and connected, but
Different.
yeah.
The library has, they're trying to purchase a portable kitchen. You want to say something about that, Brock? You know about it more than I would.
Well, yeah, I do. Yeah, it's kind of awkward, Scooter. But so we, one of the things we found out, we did a survey and said, what kind of program do you want in the new library? We got 270 responses, and 80-some% of them, or 70% of them, said some kind of cooking, gardening, that kind of thing. So I was at a conference and found this like demonstration kitchen. Obviously, we can't build one in the new library; it's really expensive. But this new kitchen, it's portable. It can be used for cooking classes at the new library. We can do them out on the patio. We can take it to Second Fridays, take it to the school. And then, so the idea is that you would be able to like get seed packets at the library, plant them in the community garden at the library, and then actually take the food and cook it and learn how to do all that at the library.
Cool.
So it's they need $15,000 for it. We're giving them $750 towards it. Grant has, or there's other grants to be applied for and things, but so that was to go towards that. Construction Foundation, Chance Bricker, we gave him another $500. We decided to go that with them one more year, and then we're going to kind of look into that and see what we're, see what we're doing and make sure that the money's going in the places that we want it to go there. The Historical Society is putting on an art contest, 2 art contests in Louisville. And the way they wrote the grant is that they want to promote downtown Louisville. The contest will be held downtown. They were going to invite artists throughout Stark County to come into Louisville and try to get people outside of Louisville to come in for this art show and advertise it. And so we just thought that sounded like a really good thing for Louisville. And they're also going to, we will get advertising out of it too. You know, they're going to put, sponsored by the Rotary Club and that kind of stuff. So we thought we'd go with that. And then Nimish and Schools, they have a Strong Start program, which is
Positive, it's a PBIS program, which is required by the state, so like it's a positive behavior intervention sort of thing. So it's this program they're using at the elementary schools to encourage positive behavior. They've got little like stuffed animal Leo leopards in every classroom in little jars and pom-poms that they fill the jars with, and then when the jar gets full, like they dump it into the whole school jar, and when that jar is full, then they have like a reward, so it's promoting positive behavior, and what they needed was more supplies and materials for it, and so that they can also like have one in the cafeteria, have one in the office, have one in the gym, different places like that to encourage the positive behaviors everywhere.
So we gave them $250, and so if you add it all up, we gave the $7,000. That's the way we decided to distribute it. So anybody have any? I have all the grants if anybody wants to look through anything or whatever, but that's kind of what we decided. And
Are you asking
any
for
questions?
a motion to pass this?
No, it's already been approved by the board, so I don't think we need to bring it to the club.
We normally bring it as a slate to the club.
Okay.
So we're asking for a motion to approve the schedule of donations to the various groups.
So move.
Jim? Bill second? Any discussion?
Scooter's done a great job on this.
Thank you very
The
much.
committee helped. I mean, you guys, it was good to have Barb on there. She knew a lot about, because there's a number of things from the schools, and she's very informed with that. Mark Sigler helped out a lot, Ray. And so we were a good combo. We kind of all had a little knowledge about each specific area, so it worked out really well.
Yeah, Denny.
This art gallery have, I'm into that sort of, as far as in Stark County, to me, there's two really good places for people to display their art, and Louisville is one of them. They have so many people bring their art in for display, beautiful stuff, and it's one of the best. I think there's only two of them in Stark County that even worth talking about, so
Great.
something nice to have.
Jim, did you have something?
Yeah, we had talked at one point in time, I know they're line budget items, but we talked about YMCA and.
So the YMCA, Umbrella Alley, and the community cupboard automatically get $1,000 each year.
Right.
And they did send in an application too.
Yeah.
But that's just not part of our 7,000, that's outside of that.
Anyway.
But
Yeah,
they
those are-
did send them
they're
in,
budgeted.
and we had them, but there was already, that's
Well, I
a-
think it's important that they submit, because that way if anybody says, well, where's
Sure.
their application?
Right.
Here.
They did.
Amen.
Scooter, you said the YMCA, three got 1,000. What were they?
YMCA, Umbrella Alley,
Community
Community cover.
and the
Community
community
cover.
cupboard.
There's one more, and that's $2,000 to the Constitution Committee to run the parade. Am I correct? I want to make sure it's still in
Oh,
there.
yeah, that's in the budget.
Okay.
We already paid that
We
this year.
budgeted
But
that.
technically, those are outside of this program.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
This-
that's
yes,
separate.
They're-
They're
That's a
budgeted
separate
separate.
item.
That's
correct.
And they did submit this is what we use your money to pay and so on, and I was kind of amazed at all the different things they use the money for, but it was good.
I'll call the question.
Okay, we ready to vote? All those in favor of the grant schedule as stated, please say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Thank you. Quick amphitheater update. I'm out making calls in the community trying to raise money, and Jim Dutter and I are going out this afternoon for make several calls, and we made one last week, and we've got a couple things, positive things moving. Some of you gave us names of potential folks to talk to. If you've got someone that you would like to have us go out with you, or independent of you, that's fine too, but please help us out here. Let us know. Several folks in our group wanted to contact certain people, and that's great. Hopefully we can pick up some additional monies for the amphitheater program. So we're going to keep working on that. Glenn and Jim, did the flags get installed? Everything go okay this round?
Yeah, just the usual small stuff. A couple people got missed. A couple people had the roads repaved, couldn't find their marks.
Yeah.
Flags
See
in.
when that happens.
Nice job paving.
One woman refuses to pick up after her dog, and the driver didn't want to go in the yard. I figured it out, so I think we're all set.
Good, thank you. 100-year anniversary banquet at the Water's Edge. Jim, do you have your committee?
Well, I have the chair of the committee, and there's about 3 people that are on it so far. They haven't had a formal meeting yet.
Okay.
That'll be coming.
Yeah, I talked to Mr. Mikes about doing the catering for that, and I think I shared with you the costs and things. We need to, kind of start picking out some of those types of things and making sure we have a caterer and so on. Mr. Mikes is going to do that for us, but again, just want to kind of communicate that. I mentioned a quarterly newsletter. Still, it's one of those goals that I'd like to see our club put out, just again for more information without the Herald being around. Anything on the chili cook-off that we talked about a little bit? No? Okay.
I have a couple volunteers, but I haven't had time, to be honest with you.
Okay. And we talked yesterday, Shondor, about the pickleball tournament. This guy over here, Landon, they were talking about having a pickleball tournament with the high school group. So maybe we can join forces between you and Landon, talk a little bit about that and see if we can coordinate a date. Maybe talk to Amy at the YMCA to make sure that we're all kind of on the same page and we don't schedule something over top of one another.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on in the world of pickleball. A lot, surprising. Light Up Louisville. It's coming up in December. Last year we served cocoa or hot chocolate from the, I still call it the Metzger Hardware Building, but what's the name of it? Napa Auto Parts Building. We served it from there. It was nice to have the water and plus to be inside. If we know of somebody or some place where we might be able to do that again this year, that would be great if we want to do that. If you guys are interested in serving hot chocolate or cocoa for Light Up Louisville.
I could probably come up with a location between my building or maybe even the lighted building.
Okay, the green room building? Okay, all right. Well, anybody have any input on, do we want to do that, to make it a project this year or not?
The other date? Everybody's
December
other date?
4th.
December 1st.
December 1st.
December 1st?
Yes.
Okay. December 1st.
And Landon said we'll be able to get people from Key Club to help if you guys.
Good, okay. Well, we need plenty of water, electrical source, and all the ingredients. I think we talked yesterday, Barb is willing to make a run to Sam's to get some of the ingredients and things. You still willing to do that?
Yep.
What time is Light Up Louisville on December 1st?
It's like 6 to 9 and 5 to 8.
Thank you.
Always draws a crowd too.
Something like that.
In the evening?
Yeah.
People come
Yeah,
down. Oh,
someone
yeah.
said they light
It's
up
gotta
the
be
tree.
dark enough.
Yeah, it's
It's got
dark.
nice weather for years down
I thought it was in the afternoon.
No, it's
It
dark.
starts
earlier, I think, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Maybe it
because
does.
That seems to me it
we
was starting
were
around
doing
4.
hot
4
chocolate in the middle of the
o'clock, maybe?
afternoon.
And then by the time it got dark.
No, because, it's usually, like, as it morphs into the,
Maybe
because
that's
it's
a
dark
chocolate.
when they fire up the tree.
Maybe it's 4 to 6. I don't know.
So if we're interested in doing that, and you're interested in participating, please speak up, let us know. If we've got the ambassadors group, that would be a big help to have some horsepower to do that. See ya. Yes?
Peace builders?
Yeah. Peace Builders, we had 4 people sign up to be on the Peace Builders Committee program. We still need a chair for that group. That's one of the things that Mr. Sifrin asks me. Are you raising your hand or are you pointing?
Pointing.
He's pointing.
You're it, huh?
Yep.
All right. I will let Mr. Sifrin know and give him your email.
There's an application you need to fill out too.
Yeah, well, yeah, you need your chairman first. Down below, upcoming speakers and events. Next Wednesday at noon, we've got basketball coach Tom Siegfried coming to speak to us. That usually has the tendency to draw some attention and maybe some people from the community. If you know somebody that likes basketball for Louisville, and I'm assuming they're probably going to have a pretty good team again this year, please, he's nodding his head yes, he would know.
They were 20-2, and they're bringing back everyone except one player.
Yeah, he was pretty good though. But my point is, hey, if you know somebody that might be interested in attending a Rotary luncheon, that would be a nice meeting if they like sports. You know, you've always had pretty good success with some of your partners in crime on the board and stuff, bringing them in for different activities. This would be a good one.
If I come up with 3 people, who do I call to increase the meal count?
Me.
Right there.
Thank you.
Glenn sends out an email every Monday about what's going on. If you just let him know. We have, speaking of meals, we've got 4 meals over there right now. And when you leave here today, if you want to grab one, please, there's meals, there's cake. Take it home. It's a shame to let it go to waste. Anything else that, yeah,
Light Up Louisville is 3 to 6 p.m.
3 to 6. Okay.
Well, we're only off 3 hours.
Yep. 3 to 6 p.m. According to the website.
According to the website. Good. All right. Anything else?
Hey, I have one story I gotta tell you guys, because you guys made me think of it about the lady wanting whoever wants the dog stuff cleaned out of the yard and that. It gets a little rough out there. Yeah. We got to put in this flag, and this house is you know, it's you could tell it was a little rough, this house, and we're there, and all of a sudden here comes this dog just charging around, and then out comes this lady.
Oh no.
And I mean, she's right out of the movies, man. She sounded like she was on her 4th cigarette of the day. And she's in this robe, her hair's, you know, this and that. And I'm trying to ignore it all, you know. I go down and I thought, well, I'll just turn my back, and I hear her, you know, like, Rocco. I think she was saying Rocco was the dog. Rocco, you know, real rough, raspy voice. And so I'm turning my head and I'm putting my flag in, and then I hear her go, oh, Rocco. And then just then I feel this warm feeling. Beating right down my leg. I thought my daughters were laughing so hard. I didn't know it till I heard it. She was like, oh, and I thought, what is going on? And I was like, oh.
I gotta know, who's taking minutes? That's gotta be it.
Wow. Careful and safe.
Oh, Scooter.
Anything else? Anybody else have anything besides flag stories?
Good, Scooter.
You get to take a shot at
I had to throw those socks away.
Clark's house up there on the north side. We've got dirt all
That
over.
turf, yeah.
So I put it like,
We had it piled high when we got there.
All right, folks.
like 25 feet down that way away from it.
Hugs for Kids Friday, pancake breakfast on Saturday.
That's a Sunday.
House looked like that.
Well, Brown.
They're not playing.
They didn't play last Sunday either.
Yeah.